MagicBrad, Synergy Cafe, and the Synergy Collaborative. And I have a new friend on the line. His name is Eric, and I think his last name is Neitzel. Neitzel. Eric, you there, Eric?
Neitzel, yeah. I'm
Neitzel.
here.
But it says E. It's E. I before E, except after Neitzel. Right.
Sure.
I had an uncle. His last name was Teetzel, but it was T-E-E. So that's different.
Oh.
So what's your heritage?
German, Irish, and Norwegian.
Hey, that's kind of me. I'm Scotch, English, Irish, Dutch, and Norwegian.
Oh, wow.
I'm a mutt.
Yeah. That's
so,
okay.
Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You got kids? What's your story?
I was married. I have an 8-year-old girl, single dad. She'll be 9 next month. Kind of the pride and joy of my life. I was 28 years in the Wildland Fire Service.
What's her name?
Her name's Katie.
Katie.
Yeah, she's awesome. I spent 28 years in the fire service. Recently got out of that racket. And that was great. It was a great run, but I needed to become a single dad devoted to my girl. So, that other the wildland firefighting field demands a lot of travel.
So were you one of those hot shots? Is that what that is?
Well, in the early days, I was the equivalent in California, but mostly in emergency management and large fire management was my forte, in media relations, using social media and all that.
Okay, well, yeah, I got a buddy of mine in Arizona there in Flagstaff that goes out and does all that stuff. That's crazy, because from what I understand, those brush fires can kind of get around you. And
yeah, they sure can. I probably know him.
People brave. His name is Eddie. I forgot how to say his last name. Aguilara.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Eddie Aguilara. Oh, he's a speaker now. He helps a lot of people that are pondering suicide and sort of talks them off the ledge. And
oh, really?
Preventative suicide stuff, because a lot of people don't realize the signs. And he's had like a crazy amount of people that ended up killing themselves, and so he decided to do something about it. So he goes around to schools and talks to youth that is, it's prime time because they're going through bullying and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I commend him. Anyways,
one of his colleagues recently committed suicide in Flagstaff a few years ago. Anyway.
Yes, sir. So on a happier note, let's talk more about you. You're obviously in Arizona.
Yeah,
have you Northern Arizona.
There? I'm sorry?
Have you always lived there?
No, I'm from San Francisco Bay Area. I've been here in Arizona for 13 years.
Okay. And you said you made some trips. I heard you made some trips to Minnesota, where I was originally from.
Yeah. Quite a few family reunions and summers in Minnesota and Iowa and Wisconsin.
Because that's where the Norwegians are.
Yeah, eh?
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I understand. People mention that kind of thing, and it's kind of weird, that movie Fargo that made Minnesota so popular.
Right.
Fargo's not even in Minnesota.
I know.
Which is weird. Anyways, let's talk about what you do. You spend a lot of time with your daughter and stuff, and so what are you doing now to not have to have a job?
Well, right now I do two things. I own a digital signage franchise, actually 4 of them. We do indoor digital signboards in restaurants, casinos, airports, and all that kind of those type of venues where waiting rooms are. And we sell advertising on half of those screens, and the other half is devoted to the host, whatever facility it is. And then we pay the host back a certain percentage of every ad that's shown on that screen.
Okay.
We've got about 50 in my local area here and about 300 in Arizona total.
So basically you're in advertising.
Yeah, marketing and advertising.
And I think that, so does it do like live videos, or is it?
It can if you have the bandwidth, but mostly it's just regular videos or PowerPoint type graphics that flow, or flash graphics. And our graphics department puts those together for the client at no extra charge.
Well, that's a good business, because I know that when people in those restaurants, they see that image and they're out of their peripheral, all of a sudden they just have to look at it.
Right.
Video screens are kind of a weird attraction.
It is, and it's it's the digital age right now, so everybody's attracted to it. It seems like when I go into one of our customers' locations, you're always seeing the customers just mesmerized by the same thing over and over again. But
So do you want to give us like your website, or how do people get a hold of you? First off, do you do this? You do this all over the country, right?
Actually, it's just in Arizona right now.
Just AZ, yeah.
The parent company, which is Active Digital, we're a franchise, is starting locations, and they're starting new franchises all over the country. So there's franchise opportunities available out there. We're now in San Diego and Southern California.
Okay, so if there's some business that wants to leverage signage and things in Arizona, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, I'm on Twitter. It's Active Digital AZ, and in my Twitter is Eric Neitzel, ERICNEITZEL.
Can't spell that.
Yeah, I know.
NEITZEL.
Okay. And or activedigitalsignage.com is our corporate website.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I do with the Synergy Cafe videos and the collaborative and things is I take these videos and I upload them up to YouTube and then propagate them out on the internet. So I'll be putting those links and things in the YouTube videos and propagate them out on Staged and all that other stuff.
That's awesome.
It's all about getting that internet real estate, you know?
Yeah, I know, right?
The big guys got to learn that us little guys know what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's easier than people think.
It is, but the reality is it's so easy. People think the big corporations can't justify paying somebody $100 an hour to do it.
Yeah.
So they outsource it to someone that supposedly is an expert.
Right, which is an intern for somebody else.
There's a walk around the street with our cell phones and tweet and hashtag and Instagram and have some fun. Okay, buddy, I appreciate you taking the time. If you want to stick around, we'll talk a little bit later. Other than that, I'm going to sign this off, and I appreciate anybody watching, and especially if you're in Arizona. Get with it. Okay, thanks. Peace.
Thanks.